I'm listening, but I'm also can't go into the store, and they're going into the store. Network, yeah. I can't go into the store, so this is my only time to figure food out. So I don't need to think I'm being rude.
You're good. You're totally good.
I'm starving and all I got is soda and food. I think this is what it's many. These are just burritos.
Oh, well, there.
Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry to seem I was not listening. I'm just really straightforward versus somebody talking to me and me tuning them out and thinking something else anyways.
Yeah, that's
people
why
find that offensive.
Yeah, that's because most people are dumbass bitches. When you're overwhelmed, you're overwhelmed. And when you're fucking hungry, you're hungry.
I know, I'm hungry and I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, I don't even know what food to pick.
Fine, and I have to take the balance.
John said, and this is the real part. John gave my card to. It doesn't make sense. To Chris.
I'm parked over behind the Safeway.
Oh, you're still back there?
I can't move it.
Right.
My back's fucked, so I can't push it. And that's the thing about being stuck there. Like, people keep saying, well, why don't you move? Why don't you move? Like, first of all, I can't. Second of all, I don't have a safety network anywhere else either, you know?
Is your battery's dead?
This guy.
Yep.
Even doing stuff like that, that's going against it, right? Breaking the protection.
He's not supposed to come inside or sound of me.
Exactly, that's what I thought. Even though he was on the other side of the street or whatever, he still looked at you. I don't know if he made eye contact, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But he still looked at you and he still
Went.
said what he said.
Yep. He's got his own channel too. He's fucking with me on there.
Yeah, his
Claiming I'm a
own channel. Are
rapist
you
and a chimo.
serious?
Yep.
Oh my God.
On that, he fucking shows that he's been harassing me, and he's screaming on his channel that I'm a rapist, a child molester, and I'm murder. And he's got over 250,000 views on it already. And you know why I know? Because people on the internet are getting a hold of me to say, hey, this guy just made a video, and there's over 250,000 views already, and it's been less than a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They all paint me out to be some sort of super psycho serial killer rapist stalker. I'm like, I didn't stalk anybody.
To the fucking, to whatever's going on. They need to listen to the fucking.
The evidence that I have, they won't look at.
I mean, it's obvious. I've seen the video, and it's obvious. They have a picture of the dude, the Mexican, right? Is the American?
Yep, Joseph
the Mexican
Michael
guy
Lopez.
that shot and killed that girl. There's a
Yep.
picture of it. There's not a picture
Well,
of you. There's a picture of the dude.
They tried pretending that I was a stalker, and I'm sure knowing, you know, if you the drug life was out here, you understand that, you know. When somebody's on drugs and they're embarrassed, God help anybody around them.
Yeah, that's
So
for sure.
Natalie never claimed that I was a rapist or a child molester.
To make her suicide more believable, right? Or something. They tried.
No, she definitely did make those 3 posts. There's an officer named William Barr. She made 3 posts on Craigslist. Woman seeking man. She was trying to find somebody to kill her. The first 2 were taken down by Craigslist. The third one, Joseph Michael Lopez saw, and Craigslist caught that one and took it down. William Barr is the officer who told me that that was true. Because, like, a lot of people to this day are like, I don't know if it's true or not. I'm like, I don't either. I know what the officer told me. But Andrew Wilnez doesn't care, neither does Chris Stafford. Like, they're just
trying to fucking fuck with you.
And all them homeless folks that were telling me that Wilnez and Chris were doing that. Like, when it come down to actually coming forward, all of them flaked out.
I'm sure they did.
I'm homeless too, and even though I'm not an addict, I still try to treat the addicts like they're people.
Yeah, of course.
No offense or anything, but they are.
Yeah.
But I still freak out when they take advantage of me, and I know they will because I'm in a desperate situation. I mean, if they can get an easy $40, get the next bump, they will.
Yeah. No, I believe that.
I know Ashley doesn't fucking hate me. She didn't take advantage of me because she hates me. She took advantage of me because she wanted me fucked up.
Wait, who? Ashley?
Yep, that was a
Ashley.
long time ago, and she's protected me multiple times against Wolnez and others since then. She
Ashley.
doesn't leave me
Ashley and
alone.
Jeffrey?
Yeah, the
Why,
one with
what's
the
she-
purple hair.
Yeah, what'd she
Yep.
do? Did she?
Well, that was a long time ago. That was before she knew the full story. Officers were
Oh.
telling her and a few other people that I had killed Natalie and that I was wanted for murder in Colorado. And that's one of the things that Wolnez heard. And so he's coming around pretending, you know, those racist youngins that keep fucking with me? Well, he's pretending that they're all little children that I'm trying to diddle. They're getting on to the Safeway site and going to their reviews and saying that I'm in their bathroom, like filming children and shit.
Oh my god.
Like, they won't fucking leave me alone. And it's Andrew Wolnez, and it's a few other accounts that have been fucking with me going all the way back to 2018. Like, these people on the internet are relentless, and they'll work with anybody to try to destroy my life. And they just have these people who pretend to be children that get onto my channel, and they're like, I'm 11, I'm 9, I'm 13. I'm like, you type like a fucking college student. You are the smartest goddamn 9-year-old out there other than myself. You know?
Right? No, for real. I can't.
But I block them from my channel. I don't want children
Good.
on that.
Right. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you 100%.
I knew that when she was underage, and I tried to run her off of Pearl Street because that's what you're supposed to do when kids try to get close to the homeless community. Ain't nothing good gonna happen. Even if nobody has any ill intent, people are gonna see it and assume ill intent. So we all of us in Boulder ran them off. And Boulder, Colorado,
Oh,
it's a town.
she was just trying to hang out with all the homeless or whatever? Or?
She was getting raped and beaten at home by her alcoholic and drug fucking addicted daddy, like a lot of us had to do. Not assuming you had to do with that, but you know, I did, Natalie did, a lot of people did. But yeah, I went to visit her in Virginia in 2016 at her request. She was an adult by then. Before she was an adult, the rule was if you're not 18, you're 12.
How'd
And
you
that's
meet
how
her?
it stayed. She was selling drugs for her dad on Pearl Street. She was hanging out with the heroin addicts, and I was trying to run her off. Anytime she came around, I was like, this ain't the place to be, little girlie.
What's Pearl Street? That's just the street.
It's the Pearl Street Mall, Boulder, Colorado. Pearl
Uh-huh.
Street is the street that the house Mork and Mindy was filmed at is on.
Oh.
Pearl Street Mall. Close anyway. That's where I was Starbucks Shawn. That was base. That was like the only place that the young people or the old people could come see me and be safe. So even though I didn't want the youngins coming talking to me, everybody's like, go talk to Starbucks Shawn, he knows everything. I'm like, I don't fucking know everything. I just want to sit at my computer and be left alone. And they'd come and they'd sit next to me and I'm like, fuck.
So
I know what the Starbucks staff will say. Everyone has a right to be here. It's supposed to be a safe place for everyone. And you should feel good about the fact that they feel safe with you. I'm like, as long as they don't touch me, you know? But everywhere else, I was like, you can't be hanging out. You can't be breaking this on us. And this right here is exactly why. The last town I was in was Astoria, and I was in Warrenton, and I was in Hood River, and I was in the Dalles, and I have recordings in all of those places of people doing exactly the same thing and worse. And the way the police react, they treat me like I'm
So, you had met her in person, and when she was underage or whatever.
Yep, and I always tried to run her off. In
I
fact, our
see,
text
okay.
messages between, or our Facebook messenger between her and I, she thanks me for that and admits she should have never been there.
So,
And to show that to anyone, I'm gonna try to spend as much time as I can at the library tomorrow. If you could come by, I can show you the evidence that me and Natalie were friends. When we stopped being friends, I didn't ask her where she was, who she was with, nothing like that. I let her know that I was being treated like a pedophile and people were assaulting me in November of 2016 after I left Virginia. I was only there because she was going to try to commit suicide over her family if I wasn't already on the road. And I wasn't already on the road, and I told her that. And 2 hours later, she did. She wrapped her car around the telephone pole. You goddamn right I made it. I didn't want her to kill herself. I'm trying not to get too excited. I'll get loud, and then I'll get arrested.
no, I understand. No, you. give you a hug?
Yes, ma'am. And I'm sorry for getting into this.
Oh, no,
I
you're
know
fine.
it's drama to everybody
No.
else, but it's traumatic to me.
Oh, I believe it. It seems like it. Well, and how you're being treated is not very kind at all. And your car getting vandalized. Someone, Andrew did.
I don't know who vandalized the back of it. The side of it is actually the Youngins and the Toyota pickup gray. The license plate number is on my YouTube channel. There's also Chris Stafford's license plate on my YouTube channel. His white van.
So, well. Oh yeah, so someone busted out his back window at Safeway.
Yeah, it's
Busted
right
it
behind
out.
Safeway is where my car's at.
Yours?
Yeah. I told you they've been vandalizing it. I recorded Chris Stafford yelling at me tonight.
I want a flavored Mountain Dew. Like,
flavor?
I want to try the orange. I've never had it.
The live wire, the orange one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's also a lady named Stephanie who messed with me for like 2 or 3 nights. I think she was just having a bad week.
Yeah. Well, I think that's
State Patrol.
has he been parked there the whole time?
No, he drove away. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, he's pulling people over.
Oh,
Pulled over like 3 people since I've been here.
I see.
That's why I saw you open it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the place to pull out your kid.
No.
I don't know if you ever I'll give you a couple puffs for candy.
I don't have any money.
I have a little bit of food stamps left. I might be able to get you something. I think I got maybe $2 left.
I just want a candy.
What
I can
kind?
give you a cigarette.
What kind of candy do you want?
I like gummies.
Yes, ma'am. I'll see that.
So
I don't
I'm
have
trying to
much
think of a
money.
cheap gummy. What it costs. I'm just not staring at it, and right now my brain is going. Like, what are good gummies?
Well, if you guys could come to the library and help, and like you could take a look at all the messages between me and Natalie on Facebook.
Yeah.
I need to help carry my computer from my car to the library so I can use it, but I can show you a lot of stuff on my phone and I'll be able to charge it there too.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll
Thank
come
you,
by.
ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm sorry and thank you so
No, you're
much.
fine. You're fine, John. Bye, guys. Bye, sorry.
Stormy's been trying to help me too as much as she can, but you know how it is, you know?
Oh, yeah. No, I do.
Bye.
I didn't realize how long it's been since I've been in the store and bought candies. It's been a long time.
Yes, ma'am. I'll go in and take a look.
I like sour and I like them.
All right. I'm sure I'll come up with something.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So messing with me, so it's real fucking with me, and it has to be done right away, or the cops aren't gonna listen. It doesn't matter how many recordings I got; they won't look at them.
So if you see them throwing, they must use window out. So if you see him, like, he parks behind Safeway and in the parking lot. If you see that happening, because they'll just drive there and do that to him.
What do you drive?
It's a Honda Civic. It's a blue one right behind the Safeway. Is there any way you could give me a ride 2 blocks?
My car's full.
Yes, sir. You're good. I'm probably able to walk it, but if you drive by the Safeway down that street right there, and you look to your right when you get to the street right behind Safeway, you'll see my car with the busted glass. There's 15 bags of paperwork. There's like 5 of them exposed right now, pointing at the back of my vehicle.
these kids are younger.
Yeah,
Well, it's
see,
also-
Chris Stafford, that's a younger guy.
Yeah, he's about 30,
I was gonna say
28,
he's about
something
my
like
age,
that.
yeah. I'm
Yep.
30, I'm almost 30, so a couple months.
Well, they've been doing this heavy.
I know in 10 years I'll be 40. Ah.
Be safe. Thank you.
Take care, stay warm.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. people aren't doing good. A lot of people are stuck on drugs. A lot of people are getting beat up. Oh my God. Yes, ma'am. I finally got an internet connection. Oh my God. Oh, holy shit. I'm in so much pain right now. Thank you for the cigarette.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna go to the library tomorrow. I don't know if you're allowed in there.
Yeah, I can go.
I'm gonna be upstairs. I'll probably try to get a room, but if you could come see me and talk with me,
Yeah,
that'd be
absolutely.
great.
There are resources, and I was thinking about it and looked into it a little bit, and you can access resources through your insurance, and even if they're offered in Portland will still come out. Somebody from Portland will still come out here and talk to you, but we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Her, threatened her, stole her mother's gun. Amanda let me know probably 4 or 5 months ago. Zoom and all that, it wasn't intentional. I think Russia's winning. America's going to hell in a handbag, and while we could spend the millions of dollars that we're using to send disabled people to therapy for being abused, well, we could get them into some actual housing to help stop the abuse. And there's a lot of that going on right now. A lot of homeless addicts here were able to get hotel rooms or some special thing going on. But I'm not an addict, and the bill that they signed is for addicts. Since I ain't got none of them drugs in my system, they won't fucking take me. The hotel thing, I don't know what that is, but I know that they did a thing, signed a bill for homeless addicts to have that, but a lot of hotels are like, well, we don't want fentanyl addicts in our friggin' buildings. We don't want that shit. Well, what choice do they have, right? It's government money. Well, they've got plenty of choice. A lot of people like to pretend that I had it coming, that I deserve this abuse. And how dare I speak out? I must be the devil, right? Well, that's never been the case. I'm not okay with hurting people. But I'm also not okay with people hurting me. And I'm not okay with people who claim to be my friend, pretending like people are threatening to kill them and their friends and family. As a manipulation tactic, try to make me feel like I'm a bad person when they don't keep their word. A lot of people gave their word with good intentions, they just didn't follow through. And Jesus fucking Christ, I'm surprised that this video is still recording. Yeah, I am getting it good. I'm getting a good and solid pasting. And guess what? I haven't killed a person yet. Not even one. Now, there are several deaths that I take responsibility for just because I couldn't get anyone to hear me. Natalie Bollinger is one of those deaths that is because nobody would listen. Alexis Valentine is dead specifically because, well, I gave up my seat. Brother, he and I are having some bad blood. All right, so this is my car. Look, it is. All right, I got another telephone. I can use the light on it, I think. We'll see if it's got enough charge to work. I did have it plugged in for a couple of minutes anyway. Let's see. Oh, my thumb was over it. That's what it was. So there's the side of my vehicle. There's my rear window all over the ground. Broken glass. Isn't it beautiful? Right? Yep, that's what I get for telling the truth. How dare I? That's one of the things they threw at my vehicle earlier. You guys got lots of good ideas for somebody who's got the resources for it. A lot of these people who are stuck on drugs, that's not where they wanted to be in life. Natalie Bollinger certainly didn't want to be there. I'm going to have to take this abuse for the rest of my life, but at least I use my voice, which is more than I can say for nearly everyone else I know. When people say, well, what do you want me to say? Well, tell the truth. That's not too difficult, is it? Make sure you tell details. Don't just say, oh, somebody yelled bad stuff at Shawn. A lot of people wrote notes, and I have to say notes because they weren't detailed. None of them were, except for the lady earlier. I put it down immediately. She didn't turn it in with me because she got warrants. And she's not the only person who's afraid because they got warrants. The thing is, I never raped or molested Natalie Bollinger, and I didn't stalk her either. Before I went to Virginia, Natalie and I planned the trip with Alicia Bollinger, Maddie Boa. There was a lot of other friends that I planned it with too. I was planning on seeing my friend Sage. I was planning on seeing Ed Simmons. I was planning on seeing Amanda DeMette. After rescuing Jamie, I didn't even have the money to go to Virginia. I only had the money to, well, I didn't have any money. Nearly all of it went to going to rescue Jamie and her son in Rapid City, South Dakota, from a guy named James Payton. Of course, that didn't do much good, did it? She went back to him. They usually do. By that point in life, though, it wasn't her who was important to me in that relationship. It was her son. I wish I had been interested in Jamie the way that she wanted me to be and when she wanted me to be. The only reason for that is because there's one pain that I just can't shake, and that's missing the boy. I had hoped I'd always be a part of his life. I had hoped I could help to teach him some of the morals. I'm sorry, I should make a video and beg Alicia Bollinger to either pretend that I did bad shit to her or admit that I didn't. Not that she cares. She never did. She's a selfish person. If I'd have had the ability to leave, she'd still be alive. If her friends and family hadn't made her life a living hell, I fully believe she'd still be alive. If the cops had done their jobs instead of blowing me off on mental health, if mental health had helped me to turn this into the cops right away, if my friends and family hadn't been busy telling me a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, you just gotta love yourself. You guys get angry at me for cursing. I curse because when I talk nicely, I'm not heard. I have to repeat myself over and over through getting talked over. At least when I scream, people take it seriously, even if the only thing they take from it is fear. At least if you take fear from it, you understand how I feel when people do it to me. If anybody actually, realistically, legitimately wants to help me, start a GoFundMe. Don't give the GoFundMe to me because I don't have the ability to get the card that it'll take. I have to actually have a physical address other than a P.O. box for that. Let people know what it's for, and for God's sake, do it quick. Before I bury the evidence underneath piles and piles of more videos of more assaults, more threats, more victimization. I begged my little sister to pretend that I was some sort of sicko. She kept letting me know that people were threatening to kill her and my niece. What was I supposed to do? She was all fucked up herself. Kept on taking advantage of me for my money. Promising that she cared, but she only cared when there was money. It's not much grand scheme of things, is it? People can be as mad as they want that I speak up, but I speak up because I have to. I went to the hospital tonight to try to turn in the abuse. When I got there, I saw Erica. I said hello. They took me back to a room. The ambulance people insisted on taking off my hoodie because my phone died. They took me to the hospital. In the hospital, they were nice. I had a smock over the front of me, and the hospital was asking me if I was just released from the hospital. And the ambulance driver guy said, no, we put that on him. It was just the nurse at that point that I was talking to. And the ambulance people, and they helped me to get to a bed. They were talking about me like I was a junkie. They were saying that my clothes were soaked, and they're not. The outside layer's got a little tiny bit of condensation on it because it's been raining, but it's mostly dry. Started treating me like I was a fucking junkie. Then they told me that Dr. Stefan L. Stephanides was going to be the attending physician, and I said, I'm leaving. That first video where all the stuff got real heavy with them youngins, them racist little shitheads at the Tillamook Sporting Goods parking lot that still haven't stopped fucking with me. That video with Christian Alexander threatening to kill them. That was in the summer, last two. If they've assaulted me before, if they come around me, I'm going to film them because it's not safe for them to come around me if they're going to be like that. And it's not disrespectful for me to want them to leave me alone. My phone's probably going to die here shortly. I wouldn't doubt.